This lesson shows how to graph the rational function 2x over x minus 2. In previous lessons, you've learned about the four important parts of a rational function. The vertical asymptote is a vertical line where the function is not defined. The graph curves up or down as it approaches its VA. The horizontal asymptote is a horizontal line. The graph approaches away from the VA, curving down from above or up from below. The y-intercept is where the graph crosses the y-axis, and the x-intercept is where the graph crosses the x-axis. This lesson shows how to graph the rational function y equals 2x over x minus 2 and variations of that function. The VA is the zero of the denominator. Set the denominator equal to 0 and solve. The VA for this function is the vertical line x equals 2. For this rational function, the numerator is degree 1, and the denominator is degree 1. Since the degree of the numerator and denominator are equal, the HA is the ratio of the leading coefficients, 2 over 1. So the HA for this function is the horizontal line y equals 2. To find the y-intercept, evaluate the function for x equals 0. This gives 0 over negative 2, which is 0. So the y-intercept for the function is the point 0, 0, the origin. The x-intercept is the 0 of the numerator. Set the numerator equal to 0 and solve. You get x equals 0. So the x-intercept for the function is the point 0, 0, the origin, which is also the y-intercept. Next, calculate at least one point on either side of the VA. For x equals 1, y equals negative 2, and there's a point at 1, negative 2. For x equals 3, y equals 6, and there's a point at 3, 6. Finally, sketch a graph of the function. From these points, you can see the function is decreasing to the right. So the graph must curve down towards the VA and up from below towards the HA. From this point on the right side of the VA, the graph can't curve down because there would be an x-intercept. So the graph must curve up towards the VA and down from above towards the HA. So sketch the graph of the function like this. Here are some variations of the function. If the numerator were negative 2x instead of positive 2x, the graph is reflected vertically. For example, this branch of the graph is flipped over and is curving up instead of down. If the constant in the numerator is larger, the graph stretches vertically. For example, notice this branch of the graph is higher. If the constant in the numerator is smaller, the graph shrinks vertically. For example, notice this branch of the graph is lower. If you change the factor in the denominator, you can shift the VA. For this example, the VA is shifted to the right and is now at x equal 4. This lesson showed how to graph the rational function 2x over x minus 2. And this lesson was brought to you by the Math Fun Academy. Its continuing mission: to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new math and new equations, to boldly go where no math student has gone before.